So, hello and welcome everyone to the Weekend Tours 2v2 Grand Finals Team Hazza54321 versus Team Tit. My name is QueenOfdestiny and I'm here with Kaiserklein.
Yeah, hey guys. So yeah, that's the finals of the 2v2 Weekend Tours tournament. I don't know how it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the finals, and yeah, so first map is Klondike. I think Team Hazza vetoed Indonesia. And did you see which other maps they vetoed?
Parallel River.
Kynesie Tit vetoed Parallel Rivers.
Yes.
All right. So of course Indonesia being a big veto because it's for sure the favorite map for Tit and Kynesie because they're well-known water players.
Yeah, and we start here on this map Klondike. We have here in the color yellow Tit playing as Germany, together with kynesie in the color red as France. And on the other side we have here Hazza54321 in the color teal. He's playing Aztec together with KIngofOsmane in the color green, and he is Ports.
Yeah.
Are the resources fair? It's, I think, not so easy to say on a 2v2 map.
No, but it looks fine. I mean,
I think so.
it feels like Team Tit and Kynesie got a bit more handsy on the right, maybe. Like, there's some berries also, which makes it really hard to say on the mini map. But I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's fine, yeah.
So on this map we don't have such big treasures. We have mostly here level 1 or small treasures.
Only level 1 treasures,
Yeah.
yeah. Even in teams, on some maps in teams you have some bigger treasures spawning. But I think on Klondike it's pretty much always level 1 treasures. Even in 4v4 I think you would have only these small treasures. And yeah, so we have this, of course, this 5 TPs line. Low resources, some berries next to the TPs. Not a ton of gold either. But yeah, this is an interesting map. What do you think about the thieves they picked there?
I think Germany and France is like both are tough civilizations, but you can also make some skirms and goons. And we see on the other hand we have like one tough civilization, it's ports, and Aztec is more for infantry.
Yeah, later you would see Aztec making eager on the knights, I think, because they're really their best unit. But early on, of course, in colonials they usually go for maces and pumas, which are basically kind of like let's say ranged infantry and pikes. And but you can also see them adding coyotes. Ports can also go infantry. We see a lot of times ports shipping a lot of crates in Colonia and just making double racks infantry, musketeers and crossbows and stuff. So we will really see how they play. Could also be that ports decides to go ATP. I'm not a fan of it in team. You can see one team already got 2 TPs. It's the team Kynesie, because with France and Germany they could take early TPs. So I don't think ATP would be great.
But KingofOsmane is going for ATP.
Oh wow, I really don't like this. I mean, there's only 2 TPs to take left. So why would you ship ATP to take 2 TPs? I'm kind of confused. Or maybe he wants to take the Nutcast as well. But right now I'm not convinced about this card. I'm not convinced by this card. But we will see how it goes. And we see villager shipments from all the other players, of course. Very classic. Can we have a quick look at the treasures, the history? It's kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's really hard to see who took what, and I don't think we're gonna just waste time trying to figure out. There's like 4 names, and you know, it's just hard to see who took what. It's anyway not the most impactful treasures.
No, it's not. It's for sure not. And this is a best of 5. Do you agree?
I'm honestly not sure, but I guess it's a best of 5, yeah.
So it seems like almost all small treasures are taken actually. Oh, we have here some still on the side, and on the TP lines there are mostly all treasures taken, and
yeah, it's a best of 5. It's a best of 5, I can confirm. So yeah, wow, there's no treasure left on the map. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 in the bases, but no treasures in the open. So they did a pretty good job at just picking up everything. And now we see Osmane trying to take more TP since he went for ATP, of course. But is wait, who is red? The thing is, you can't really see on the UI who is which player, right? On top, I mean. Oh yeah, no, sorry, on the bottom. Yeah, kynesie is maybe gonna. No, he's not. I was thinking he was going for this TP there, but then he stopped. I think he could have tried to steal a TP there from Osmane. It would hurt him a lot since he sent ATP and he wants to take as many TPs as possible. But it's just gonna punch him. I think the TP will go up. Osmane will anyway age, so he will get HP.
Yeah.
So he will not die, but he's gonna lose his Explorer probably at some point.
Hazza is building here a war hut to, I think, make rush.
Yeah, that's really classic, especially on such a low resources map like Klondike. You definitely want to apply some pressure early on as stacks. And ports is actually not the slowest sieve, so you can as ports definitely go for some pressure as well. He just needs to ship maybe 700 gold first to get some big batches of Hus out, and then he will be fine.
Hazza is going first 3 warrior priest.
Yeah, that's really not standard. I guess they have some kind of plan. Usually you would always see 700 wood first, almost always, and here he went for 3 warrior priests, which is definitely a boon. But yeah, I don't know how. So he just chopped 250 wood as usual and just shipped the warrior priest. It's probably kind of a mind game, trying to let his opponents think that he's going for a rush, and then in fact just booming behind.
We see here from kynesie Rax and Tit don't have any kind of military building.
kynesie went for 700 gold first, which is really strange because
he's gathering also the coin.
Oh wait, can you show the shipment sent again? Shipment sent. So he just let Tit gather some gold from his TC to try and age up faster, and Tit sent the house cow.
Yeah, and
after 3 settler wagons is now using the wood.
He's also gathering wood from kynesie. There must be a strategy behind. And during this, Hazza is going to take the trading line with some pikes.
Yeah, so that's definitely good, because now that Osmane went ATP, they definitely want to get the control of the TP line. And Pumas are definitely a unit that can siege fast and move fast on the map.
Yeah, but the problem is that here's a Musk now, and he's not able to make so much pressure, because then he will get sniped by these musketeers.
Teams reveals for Hazza, so he's going really greedy there. And now finally kynesie going for his 4 CDB shipment, but it's really I'm really curious about what Tit is doing. Looks like he's going mercs. I mean, look, he's got all villagers on gold basically. Does he have a saloon in his base?
No.
All units. He doesn't have a saloon, so maybe he's just gonna ship some mercs. Maybe you can check his stack. Oh, he got a lot of merc shipments, and he got definitely a merc deck with advanced mercenaries and a lot of I mean, he got 2 gold cards for gathering on plantations and gold mines and stuff, and yeah, it looks like he's gonna go heavy on mercenaries there. So it's an interesting strat. I'm not sure it's gonna work, honestly, in team.
Stagecoach is already in for Team Hazza. Oh, this has in danger.
Yeah, that's some good volleys for kynesie there. So we do have a saloon there and a tower as well. So that's what he did with the wood from kynesie that he gathered there.
I think it's interesting to see what kind of units he will ship first.
So,
there is something on the way.
But look, he can make no mercs. He can make only Elmetis and Arsonis. Elmetis are in age 4, so he can't train them right now. And Arsonis are just really bad. They're kind of grenadiers, but honestly, even grenadiers are more cost efficient than Arsonis. They're really, really bad. So I think they're just kind of fucked now.
Black Riders.
So yeah, he's gonna ship mercs, but what is he gonna trade from this saloon? It's probably just a wasted 200 wood. At this point, he probably needs to switch to normal units and not mercenaries, because he can't make arsonists, they're just really bad.
Is he going to pick up some villagers? Are they good Black Riders to pick up some builds?
I think 9 Black Riders is just enough to one-shoot a villager if he doesn't have village HP. So yeah, they do a good job. Oh no, looks like it's not enough.
Minutemen and CDBs to defend here this kind of timing, I would say.
Yeah, he was able to kind of hold, which is good, but Osman was also able to sneak in an age up. And now, I mean, yeah, these arsonists, look at this. So he made arsonists.
Yes.
So they siege a lot at least. They have 168 siege, especially with the advanced mercenary card.
Oh.
So this cheese could work. I mean, they need to go back to defend now because the siege of the arsonists is just way too much. He needs some maces in his base to defend this.
And he's losing them to the Jaguar pros.
Oh yeah, because they have infantry and Jaguars have a multiplayer against heavy infantry, so this was actually really good. Look, I mean, 3 Jaguars just cleaned up 5 arsonists. 1 arsonist is 300 gold, so he just killed like 1k5 worth of gold or something, or maybe there was only 4 of them, but it's still at least 1k gold he cleaned up with the big button. So that's really good for Hazza, and he's kind of wasting there though, I mean...
But Hazza lost 6 villagers so far.
Oh, that's not the greatest job. I think he also lost... no, he didn't lose a warrior priest.
Kynesie is doing a really good job at defending. He shipped the crossbows. And wow, more villagers may be going to die, but the spoons are able to defend, I think.
With the Jaguars it could work, like the Jaguar can tank a bit. I would say now the Black Riders win the fight, but the problem for Osman, for Tit, sorry, is that he can't make these Black Riders again. He could only ship them once. So he needs to be careful with them because he's only Black Riders for the whole game, and of course Osman can just make goons. And oh, look at this eco series shipment from Osman just before aging. I think this was maybe too greedy. Would have been better for him to get an 8 Casados out to help against this aggression, but I don't think at this point he knew that there would be this side rush coming in from Tit with the arsonists.
But they're going for it.
Yeah, oh, and the maces now gonna get some volleys. Well, it looks like... Yes, they just do a great job against Black Riders. Black Riders don't have range resist, they have a melee resist, so they drop pretty fast.
Hazza is also going here with some coyotes to raid, and actually this must be pretty painful. If you find these villagers, there's nothing to defend it, and also here a villager going down.
Oh, and these Black Riders absolutely can't fight maces.
Gigas are coming in from Kynesie.
Yeah.
The spoons needs to go back now.
The problem is that this is just pretty all-in from Tit there, because he's just gonna ship mercs again and again because he doesn't have any good merc to produce. Meanwhile, you see Osman went for eco theory, refrigeration, Hazza shipped the team wood upgrade.
Yeah.
So right now that's just like gonna be a better eco for Osman and Hazza, especially with the 5 TP stagecoach. And in the long run, I don't think that Team Kynesie and Tit will be fine. Look at the scores already. Of course, a lot of score is in these mercenaries. They count as 0 for score because it's kind of a bug. But Kynesie's score is still super low. Also because he let Tit gather some of his crates, of course he gets a lower score then.
Oh, is he finding these villagers here? No, he's going back. So I mean, look at the unit population from the teams. Team Hazza is a bit ahead.
I think it's kind of fair because mercenaries with advanced mercenaries card are a bit stronger than their population. But yeah, I mean, Kynesie just got absolutely nothing. He got not a very good eco and he got a very low military, but he aged up and he might be able to maybe ship falconets and make some dragoons or something. But yes, he's just gonna have a big problem with all these goons running around because none of Tit or Kynesie are currently making dragoons. And you see how he's sniping the Black Raiders, this is really good. So even if he loses the fight to Jaegers, at least he got a good trade because he was able to snipe these Black Raiders. So there is no Dragoon on the field anymore for Team Tit. And kynesie gonna have to make a lot of Dragoons really fast probably to try and defend this.
I like this TC placements here from Osman. He's defending with this full trade post line.
And a lot of resources.
Yeah. Oh, some CDBs?
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. He might kill one, but yeah. It's slowly... Oh wow, this is a good catch, but honestly I think it's not gonna be enough. And now they know there's hackapels, so they're gonna be really careful with those villagers, I think, and just need to make like 20 dragoons and you can definitely hit and run these hackapels easily. Maybe it should be time for Hazza to age soon.
Oh, this CDBs are in line of sight here. And it seems like Hazza is going directly for them.
Yeah, but right now, Tit and kynesie definitely got the army advantage. So they can defend this gold mine without much trouble. Oh, that's a nice Huss switch. He should have, in my opinion, he should have already shipped the CAF combat card from ports. I think it's more important than refrigeration and Royal Mint, for example. At least he could ship it now because it's such a good card. It's just CAF combat and it's even better for the goons. It's 20% HP and attack. And I think that's a card you want to ship kind of early in team as ports when you go for full goon in Huss. Oh, this is gonna suck for kynesie.
He's just sending his guns into coyotes.
Their eco is so much lower, they really can't waste any unit. But at the same time, he got so much siege that he has the potential to just clean up a TC in no time. But he has anti-cav on the way, but should he really push before his lane snatch are coming in? He's gonna try to fight this, but I mean the hackapels are really good against other cav, but there's some dragoons behind and there's just so much more stuff for green. He's just gonna clean up and it's GG, I think. This land snatch should have been in, and then he could have cleaned up the TC, right?
Oh wow, so many CDBs died here.
It's just over. It's just so over. I think these cheats from Tit and kynesie just didn't work. Was just not very good. Maybe also because they got unlucky and got such bad mercenaries in the saloon.
So yeah, the first round goes to Team Hazza.
I don't think they expected to get these grenadiers.
So the problem is here with Landsknecht. If he would have bring them, maybe they would have been fine, but without, I don't know.
With them, he could have definitely scared the hussars away, and then he would bring the TC down in no time because Landsknecht have a lot of siege and Arsonis have even more. And then he could have maybe done some damage. I think it would not be enough because look at the eco. I mean, they're boss behind in villages, and then there's on top of this 5 CP stagecoach for Team Tit. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of over, but they had the potential to push with these units, and well, Tit just wasted against this massive cav his whole army. So GG. Let's go out and move on to next game. So that's 1-0 for Team Hazza.
Indeed.
Out of the best of 5.
Yep. So
So yes, this was an interesting cheese from Tit and kynesie, but it just didn't work out. I think there was some idea, but honestly, I think if you go so all in like this on mercenaries, you shouldn't ship the house card. The point of the house card usually is that it gives you so much pop space that you can train the H2 outlaws in the saloon. So you can make these renegados, pistoleros, because these guys take like 6 or 5 pop space each. So a batch is already like 30 pops, so you need the house card. But why would you need the house card just to ship some mercs and train a couple? I think he could have just shipped 700 wood or even just buy some wood, but he didn't need the house card. He could have gone a bit more all in and be a bit faster. Because wasting a shipment on a card like this when you try to push so all in is kind of huge. I don't think the house card paid off.
So Klondike is gone.
Also, the tower on the side, I'm not a fan of it because you kind of want to take map control when you make a tower, and also it could be a bait to force them to try to siege the tower, and then maybe you could pop like the Hackapels or the Black Riders and just kill the units when they try to siege your tower down. But on the side like this, it didn't make so much sense in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna see what they do now. So they can pick maps from the map pool?
Yeah.
Even after it was vetoed?
No, there was no veto, I think.
Well, they vetoed Indonesia. But I guess it's just for game 1. So I don't really understand, but okay. So it looks like they're just basically picking the maps they wish from the map pool. The losing team can pick, but I don't know why you would veto a map first then. I think it doesn't make so much sense, but
yeah.
I feel like the veto was just useless, and if they can still pick Indonesia after it was vetoed, but whatever. So we're gonna have some Indonesia action. Hazza going hero. And his ping going down.
Okay, Hazza is seems like offline at the moment.
Oh, maybe he lost connection. I don't know. Do you have some news from Hazza maybe?
No, I don't.
Alright, well we're gonna have to wait a bit, sorry for this guys. Oh, there's a storm at Hazza's place or something, that's why he's losing internet.
Yeah, it seems like at Hazza's place is at the moment a storm. So.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah.
That's really unlucky. That's really not the best timing to have a storm on top of your house, right?
So yeah, we are now waiting for Hazza to coming back.
Yeah, we can still talk about the Civ Hazza pick. He picked hero, which is very, very surprising. So I think there must be some idea behind that. Did Osman lock his Civ or we didn't have time?
Yeah, he locked into Spain and Tit into Brits.
Can he maybe host already and invite everyone and put a com instead of Hazza, because then we would have already all the Civ picks and it would maybe make it a bit faster. When Hazza come back, we could directly green up then. Yes, this storm is just such an unlucky timing.
Oh yeah, Hazza is back now.
Ah, well, that's lucky then. Oh yeah, and I see someone asking in the chat. Well, there's 2 minutes delay, so you will hear this only 2 minutes later. But to clear up any confusion for people who join us now, we are both casting on the same computer next to each other, and well, there's QueenOfdestiny, so that's the account, and then there's me, because some people don't know who I am, since I don't have an in-game account right now. But I'm Kaiserklein, and yeah, and casting with QueenOfdestiny.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's her.
So yeah, this map with some water and Brits. What do you think about that? And we get some Otto, I think.
Is Osman Spain?
Yes.
Spain and Hero and Indonesia. I feel like they just don't care about this game. They decided they would anyway maybe lose it to kynesie Tit and just take some random sieves and try some weird strat and pull a win. Otto is also not the first sieve you would think about on Indonesia, but at least they have a good water booming potential, maybe, I guess. Hero just, I don't see why you would go Hero or Spain on Indonesia, but there must be a reason. At least Hero starts with a free fire pit, but the fire pit doesn't really matter for Hero. It's really good for Aztecs since they have this warrior priest to dance on it, but as Hero you would need to set some villagers to dance on the fire pit. I don't think that's very good in age 1, for example. So I'm not sure why you would pick that. We will see. I'm curious to see what plan they have, because there must be some kind of plan behind this pick.
Yeah, maybe they have strategy behind this and want to win on land pretty fast and early, that they can't go for a big water boom.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
Yeah, we will see. I'm really curious about this.
Yeah, the thing is that both Spain and Hero are not very fast on the TP, because they kind of need a TP, especially Hero. And Spain still has extra XP just because of Spain, so they can do okay without TP, but Hero is gonna be really slow without the TP. And well, Brits is of course a very solid pick on Indonesia. They have a strong water boom, they have strong warships, they have a strong eco. I mean, they don't need a TP. There's every reason you want to go Brits on this map. So right now I would say the Civ combo is in favor of kynesie Tit. We will see how it goes.
Yeah, I think so as well, that on this map it's definitely Otto and Brits are a really good pick.
So yeah, we're moving on to game 2 out of the best of 5, the finals of the 2v2 tournaments.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, we have a big water map now. Let's wait until EP saving the record game. There we go. We have here in the color yellow, it's Tit.
It's kynesie.
Kynesie. Oh god, it's so hard to cast a 2v2. It's not the easiest.
Especially when they change their colors, it's gonna be hard now.
And here we have Tit in the color purple, and he's playing as Brits, versus KIngofOsmane in the color green as Spain, and we have here Hazza playing as Hero in the color red. And yeah, Hero start with a fire pit on this map, and the others
yeah,
start with a saloon, and now it seems like there are now good units inside of the saloon.
Yeah, Jaegers are one of the best mercs you can get, and it would have been much better for Tit. Imagine shipping Black Riders and making Jaegers would be much stronger than these arsonists. Anyway, so yeah, let's see what they do now. Indonesia in team is so big also, it's gonna be really a lot of things gonna go on this map. We're gonna have to be kind of reactive there.
Oh yeah, this is no problem. I'm pretty decent at this, I would say. And if you're missing something what you would like to see, like here in the UI or something, then just let me know. We have a mosque here going up.
I thought this was a dock.
Close to the water. They are building already everything pretty close to the water. What do you think about that?
Huh. So I'm not sure if it's to get some kind of line of sight, but I don't think it's very useful on water. Or maybe he just wants to already protect his buildings. He's already placing everything there in range of warships, so that if they get rushed, he can just get some boats, some warships, and just shoot at the land units, and then it's impossible to siege these buildings down. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's committing already completely to water later, and yes, it's interesting. What's on the left side? Is it also a catamaran from Red? Yes, the problem is I always think it's a dock, and then in fact it's just a starting catamaran.
Hazza made out of this Trevor a farm. I like this decision because we have a lot of yaks here on this map, and yeah, they get fat in here. This is super nice for him. But
So
he will have soon some fat yaks.
I guess it was a wood start then. I don't see any wood treasure for Hazza, so I don't think he chopped 125 wood for the house. Must have been a wood start and just build the long house and make a farm with this Trevor, of course, because it gives you XP and that's what you want on an OTP map as hero, and it also lets you fatten your livestock. You can see Hazza is the first one to get his 3 villagers because he got his 80 XP from his farm, which is kind of like an XP treasure, and he gets his villagers even before Osmane, before Kynesie, who has a mosque. The mosque gives some XP, so you see it's not nothing. It's a nice boost. The XP from the farm makes a difference. Schooner's coming in for Kynesie, not even shipping 3 villagers. He's completely committing to water now.
He don't have 3 villagers in deck,
Oh, wow.
and he have a really, really hard water deck. Does also have some team cards. I think this is...
There's no team cards there. There would be green around, you know.
okay.
Like the Musketeer HP card is green, it means it's team. But no, there's nothing.
So Team Kynesie have... Team Tit or Kynesie have really heavy water decks, we see here. And let's check the decks of KINGofOsmane and Hazza. He have the water dance card and something to defend and the Bitcoin for water, but not to boom, just to defend, I think. And yeah, for KINGofOsmane it's the same. You have even a fort. I think when you want to defend the water, you ship the fort. It's not the
yeah, it definitely makes more sense
decision.
on water maps. I think it's a decent card there.
A dog is going up here. He wants to be safe and that they don't scout it. It's super early, but the polar bear here, he's going a lot on the shore and scouted here already all this ground long.
I think there's a wall going up for Kynesie in front of his DC, or is it just some buildings? No, there's a small wall there. Oh, okay, not so small. He's making more now. Of course, Kynesie is known for his walling, so yeah, there we go. He's starting to wall up. But kind of late, maybe? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's gonna be fine because I don't think they get rushed. What is this red dot in the middle? Is this War Hut from Hero? Alright, so yeah, so there's gonna be some aggression from Hero there, actually.
Also, Tit is making a nice purple wall, but he have here some gaps inside, and I think you can sneak inside.
Yes, that's not the greatest wall, honestly. 4 Kanyas from Hero on top of the map next to the native post.
Oh yeah.
So he's maybe gonna deny this wall now. He needs to go right now. Yeah, he does. So he's gonna deny the wall, I think, and then just send some more units, I guess. What is Osmane doing though? What did he ship? Can you check? Oh, Osmane is still going H2. He H'd up late. He H'd up with 1 more villager, I think. So this makes it, I guess, 17 vills.
Oh, he already a villager is going down, and maybe 1 more. Will he pick up this villager?
Yeah, I think if he micros it, the vill dies. Yeah, he did it. You know, to move the cav in front and then do 1 big hit with all your cav. If you let your cav fighting the vills, they will block each other and not really get so much DPS in. But if you bring all your cav at the same time, you can snipe the villager before it goes in the TC.
an outpost wagon from the AJAP, and we go up here next to the dock.
Oh, maybe
where
he
the
wants.
shift click was not working. It seems
Maybe
like.
he wants to garrison it inside of his catamaran. I mean, there's an idle catamaran here. It's, well, just here. It's not fishing, so yeah, he wants to go in and just bring it on an island somewhere, or maybe just a bit further away. A canoe there.
Oh, also here outpost. I think they want to take these islands here and make some docks.
Yeah, the control of the islands is important because then you can have towers on the islands, and the towers just do really good damage against warships. Actually.
We see 2 galleys already for kynesie.
Yeah.
Oh, and also from Hazza, some canoes.
Yeah. And can you check the? Oh no, sorry, never mind. No, they don't have. I was thinking about that card. I don't remember the name. That gives a multiplier to your buildings against warships, but for the team, but they don't have it, so they don't want to do that. Anyway, the Kanya is still idling and just running around. And some huts from Osman, so he's staying Colonia and just making huts. The eco is pretty close at the moment for both teams. Which is surprising considering that Tit and kynesie tried to waterboom, but I think they were not able to make so many fishing boats because they're both making warships and towers.
They do really a good job at controlling the water here.
Mm-hmm.
He's all the time with his galleys going around and checking if there's on some point going a dock up, and he will find this.
Yeah, he will probably deny the next dock, or first he might kill the catamaran. No, he's gonna try to snap the villager. And still the Hus and the Kanyas just running around and oh.
Yeah, he was blocked here.
Oh yeah, but this, can you check shipment sent? Oh yeah, he tried to ship 2 caravels and he doesn't have any. Oh wow, this is huge. Because they got blocked by the galleys, I guess. But
Yeah, but
it's kind of weird.
Shouldn't the shipment then not go back?
No. When you ship your caravels next to the shore, sometimes you get only 1 on RE. Usually you get 1 because it gets blocked by the land, but I don't know. This was weird that no caravel spawned at all. It's a really big bug, and to be honest, it's really game changing. Imagine now they would have a big timing with 2 caravels. And the three privateers and the 2 caravels, they would have a nice army, but well, I mean, anyway, yeah, it was kind of weird that these boats didn't spawn, but Team Osman and Hazza don't ask for a rehouse or anything, so I mean, I'm not the admin, we're just gonna cast, I guess, and
Yeah, I think also we're just going to discuss this thing. I mean, the waterflex here was
maybe
yeah,
too
just
close
blocked.
to the shore, yeah. Maybe he should have tried to place it somewhere else.
The galleys was also here, and he should have checked. Maybe I'm also not so sure about this.
Yeah, this sucks, but anyway. So yeah, now Tit and kynesie start to be ahead in eco because they have some fishing boats now, and Osman is aging on the other hand.
Now Hazza was able to get a dock up here, and he's also making directly over hut. This what is the name of them?
The privateers, I think, or buccaneers,
Yeah.
whatever. They are pretty good, and for 500 gold, I think you can ship 3 of these in colonial as stacks, and that's just a good shipment, I think.
Oh, it's also nice to point out that we see here, kynesie, he bring his galley next to Tit's dock, and it also here when it's from your teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. He's getting some water upgrades. Is this a card he got? The attack thing on his boat on the right? Yeah, I guess it's a card, right? Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Because you know there's an upgrade in your dock, it has exactly the same picture like this, so it's hard to know. Like there's an attack card, and yeah, we will see. Maybe he researches next.
Kynesie have so far 17 fishing boats.
It's not so much, but considering that he was also fighting, he got 4 galleys and stuff. I think it's not a bad fishing boat count.
Let's check. There must be some villages already died.
Yeah, both sides lost. Hazza
lost them all when he was trying to build a dock here and also here on some point, because one of these gullies needs 2 shots to shoot a villager.
Yeah, yeah, he lost a lot of villas to the water, and actually Tit and Kynesie didn't lose so many villas to the raids. Tit lost 4, which is not bad. I mean, it's good for Team Osman and Hazza for sure. Now, Kynesie not sniping this boat with his galley. There was a low HP privateer. The thing about privateers is that they're super slow, and you see they have only 5.5 speed and galleys have 10, so they're almost like twice faster. And yeah, I don't see what Kynesie tries to do there. I guess he's gonna go back. He just wants to do some damage maybe. He can anyway always run away because his galley, like I said, is just so much faster. And yeah, I think galleys are maybe a bit better than caravels. They're very good warship.
Nice TC placement. This stuff is gone for Hazza.
Is it the second warhead trying to go up? Yeah. I think he will deny it. So yeah, the thing about galleys is that they have so much attack. So against land they are really good because they just do so much damage.
It seems like it doesn't matter what KINGofOsmane and Hazza are trying to do, even when they raid all the time. The water boom is unstoppable from kynesie and Tit.
Yeah, but look at the military graph. It's kind of funny. Only one player got units, and it's Osman. So he's gonna be the only one trying to do something on land. Hazza maybe gonna try to fight a bit more on water and try to hold kynesie and Tit. Where are these units actually from? Oh, okay, he got some guns, some skirms, some Haas. I don't know if it's worth even trying to get this base. Like, you need to siege a wall and then you siege a TC, and then, well, that's just 500 wood you killed and he can rebuild it somewhere else, like on an island, and then when he got his TC on an island, it's not good for you. So I don't know why.
There's only one villager inside. Yeah. The other villagers are all here chopping wood. Oh, yeah. Or he on actually maybe bring them, yeah. He bring here all his villagers on this island. He don't care anymore, it seems like, about this TC and this base here.
Yes, it's just a classic lame on water. Just, you know, go on the islands, camp there forever with towers, with warships, and then no matter what kind of land units they have, the other players, it doesn't matter because they just can't reach you on your island. So he just escaped his build. Yeah, just get my TC down. It's only 500 wood. I don't really care, and just he can just make more fishing boats and get a very good eco anyway. So I mean, how many villages does Tit have? Can you check all units?
Here.
Tit got 45 villas and 16 fishing boats, which is a very decent eco, and he's just ahead in eco compared to everyone else. So that's why team Tit and kynesie is just has like in cumulated they have like 30 more villas than the other team. So
Hazza trying to escape here from all these galleys, his few fishing boats, and also this let's say, yeah, I can't remember this name from them.
It's privateer.
It's a warship.
It's a privateer. Or privateer, I don't know how you say that, but
yeah, this TC is down now. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, for team Hazza and Osman, it's just gonna be hard to get back the control of these islands. So yeah, so they just keep pushing. I mean, Osman keeps pushing on land, but I really don't think it's gonna matter so much.
Well, yeah, we have here a lot of towers and even more warships.
And honestly, instead of making these units, expensive units, skirmishers and dragoons, he could have maybe just made pikes. Because there's anyway no defense on land, they don't care anymore about land, so you can just make 20 pikes maybe and then just burn down everything, and you don't need all these skirms and goons and hussars. So yeah.
Green, I mean, he killed everything, and now there's a frigate.
Look at this frigate, it got 2 cards and 2 upgrades, and now he's trying to bring Falks, but they're just gonna get shot by the... Look at this, the special attack just one-shot the Falconet, and the one from the galley as well. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, these Falconets were just plain useless. Against H3 water, they're super useless, because frigates have just so much range anyway. Oh, look at this galley still shooting. Oh, not anymore, but it was still shooting and got some nice shots. It's kind of a glitch. Can happen sometimes, don't really know why, but sometimes the warship just keeps shooting for a long time.
Tit actually didn't rebuild his TC. Well, he had 45 villagers and 25 fishing boats. This is a solid economy.
Yeah, but he will need to make... Oh, he is making a TC now. Okay, yeah, he will need one because he needs to age up. He has so many resources, he needs to go H3 soon. Especially because everyone else is H3, and even 2 players are aging to H4 already, and that's Hazza and Kynesie. They're going industrial. Maybe... I don't know what hero is gonna do in H4. Maybe he wants to make light cannons, but I don't think they're so good against water. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to make these H4 canoes. They're pretty strong, I think.
Here's 2 docks going up, and Hazza have also 2 docks now. But is this enough to get this water economy down? We see a lot of purple and yellow on the water.
Yeah. So yeah, can you check the hero deck? He has a water dance, okay, so he can ship that and just dance for water, and it's just really...
Is it stronger than upgraded warships then, to when you put 25 villagers for dancing?
Maybe when you ship really a lot of upgrades and make a lot of upgrades in your docks, and your warships get really super strong, and the canoes don't have so many upgrades, they just have, I think, 1 big button which gives more attack, like 25%, but it's not so much. I'm not sure, because with water dance the canoes are so strong still. I would say the improved warships win in late game with really all upgrades.
Kynesie try to get here some barracks and artillery foundation up, which is 2 TCs, but the Stammerhots are gonna kill it. And here we have also 4 light cannons shipped from Hazza.
Alright. So he wants to slowly get this TC down, but what when Kynesie gets the monitor out, he will just crack shot this light cannons. Is it in queue? Yeah, he's making a monitor, of course. He wants to crack shot the light cannons, because I think with a shot you can kill at least 2 or 3 of them. Because Kynesie's warships are really improved by a lot of cards. But the TC is gonna go down. It's funny that they don't try to defend with warships. Maybe they're just too far. This is kind of tough for Kynesie actually. I mean, he's losing a lot of control on the water there with his TCs, but he's directly remaking them on the island.
Where also 2 falconets are arrived.
Why did he make falconets? He didn't ship them. Oh, he edged with them. Okay, he edged up to H4 with them. That's fine. The factory on the island, so he's completely confident that he's gonna keep the control of the water, because if he loses water, he loses his factories. So yeah, that's interesting. Alright, can you check if the monitor sniped some light cannons? Oh, well, it was trying to shoot at the goons. I think he can shoot at the light cannons there. You see this special ability just killed 3 light cannons and the galley is just gonna finish it. So yeah, and Osman just went out. I think they kind of maybe resigned also in their brain when Osman lost his 2 galleys, 2 caravels. It was a huge blow, and yeah, I don't think they really wanted to play water so much anyway. I mean, it gets to the point where now they don't have any control of the water and it's game over essentially. Like, there's just no green and red on the water. They completely lost the control.
Yeah, indeed.
So yeah, it was just over. And they just decided to finish because it would get boring, probably.
We see Hazza tried to did something on water early on, and KingofOsmane just made a lot of units on land.
Yeah, it was not very useful. They didn't do much. Some warships would have helped much more.
Here the Brits' room on water was pretty nice. I just want to check if there's something about water what we can check in the stats.
Can you come again? Sorry.
Can we check something about water in the stats?
Warships? No, I don't think you can. Sadly.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You can see military there. There was something that the best units of kynesie Tit are 6 galleys and 6 caravels. That's kind of funny. But that's all you can see.
GG out. Let's move on to the next game. It's 1-1.
Yeah. I think in the stats you can check unit count. So that would include your warships. Like, one warship would just be 1 unit in the stats, but that doesn't say much. When there's a mix of units and warships, you can't know which is which in the stats.
So this is left out of the map pool.
Okay.
So I think this time KingofOsmane and Hazza are able to choose the map, and kynesie Tit needs to pick first.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
So yeah, Team Hazza picks the map and Team kynesie picks the thieves, and then Team Hazza can counter pick them. So Green Shackle. Don't forget to go Team 3, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, on Grand Chaco, it's a non-TP map.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see some jabs.
Could be, yeah. But I could still see jabs on Malaysia, for example, or well, probably just Malaysia or Grand Chaco actually would be the best maps for jabs, I think.
Dutch.
Yeah, he locked Dutch.
Yes.
He says it, but not sure about what kynesie is gonna do.
Okay, Dutch from Hazza also.
Oh wait, you need to lock in turns like this?
Seems like, I think, I'm not quite sure about this kind of special rules. I was not up to date about the thread.
So it looks like it's one player from one team locks a sieve and then the other team locks one sieve and again. So it's not so big of an advantage. The counter pick is not so huge.
So yeah, we have here India Dutch and Jap Dutch. What do you think is a better composition?
That's really hard to say. I think India Dutch is just overall more polyvalent. They have, like, in Colonial already skirmishers and dragoons, so they can defend basically any kind of pressure by just camping and hit and running with skirms and goons. But they also have the strong sepoys, and Dutch can make some huss, so they have a decent cav. They have everything. Japan Dutch, well, it's fine as well, but Ashes are not the greatest anti-cav in H2, so they don't have a very good anti-cav, and they don't have dragons in Colonial. And yeah, so we will see how it goes, but Jax is for sure also a strong sieve. But I think India Dutch is like the best composition in 2v2 at the moment. It's I hear people say that a lot, and I think also that Dutch India is just insanely strong. But Dutch Japan should be very strong as well, just a bit slower.
This map looks so big in 2v2.
Yeah, it is big.
That's so big. We have here India, played from KINGofOsmane in the color green. And next to him is Hazza54321 in the color red, and he's playing Dutch. And here on this side we have Tit in the color yellow. He's as well playing Dutch. And next to him we have here kynesie in the color blue, and he's playing Japanese.
Indeed. And on this 2v2 map you have 4 pawns instead of 2 on the 1v1 map. And each pawn, like in 1v1, has 2 times 2 llamas around, so that makes it 16 llamas on this map, which is quite a lot. So that's pretty good for India and Japan. And Dutch also can pick them up fast with envoys, so we will see if they know about this and if they will maybe rush a bit the pawns to try to get the livestock. Especially India should do that. Or maybe they just go for the treasures, because this map also has very good treasures. So
yeah, we see here that kynesie is going for 120 coin. That's a nice pick.
yeah, but honestly, this treasure would be much better for Tit than for kynesie. But Tit is far, so I guess kynesie is just gonna take it. To be honest, kynesie could take the 120 coin and tribute 100 coin to Tit, maybe. I'm not sure if this would be worth it, but I think the coin is more valuable for Dutch than it is for Japs. So. But no, he didn't tribute. Tit is just gonna mine gold.
Hazza is picking up a lot of llamas and sends them all to his mate who's playing India. He really likes to have llamas, right?
Yeah, llamas are nice. I just hope they're not spitting on the villagers, but yeah, so the llamas are gone already. After 1 minute 30, there's only 2 llamas left. Yeah, like they're essentially all pit. So. But
they are going in the fog of war. These 2 llamas. No one scouted them.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, too late. But
40 food treasure and
native scout. And what was next to the llamas here? That's not so good. This is also hard to take. But there's a lot of... did you check on the top right? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not the greatest spawn. Usually you have more, but maybe also in the Fog of War there's a lot of good treasures, we will see.
Yeah, I checked most of the treasures already. And, oh yeah, maybe here we will see some H1 fighting. Yeah, he scared this Japanese explorer away.
Yeah, because...
but India is on the way here, and maybe he's going to trap him.
Well, the thing is, India really can't do anything in H1 because the elephants don't snare and they basically don't do damage. You see, he's gonna try to attack, but they really don't do much damage. And kynesie can just run away whenever he wants, and he can also pop back to his base. And yeah, well, of course it sucks for him because he's gonna have to go back all the way from his base to the map.
Yeah, they don't want that this aggro is getting scouted.
Yeah, so now we will see maybe a weakness from Dutch and Japan to defend the rush. Even if there is also Dutch on the other side, but there is India, and India is for sure able to rush.
Oh, nice! Look, here we have a villager, and the native scout from kynesie is trying to like block him, but he didn't notice that he is also aggro. But this
it's
explorer,
still not scouted.
Do you think?
Oh, maybe it was. I'm not sure. But they probably know about it anyway. I wanted to say that who is it? Hazza is aging up much faster than Tit. So they're both Dutch, but Hazza is aging probably 1 villager faster. So that's gonna definitely help Team Hazza to rush. and Tit and kynesie lost an envoy and they're getting pushed back and they couldn't kill the villager, but it got pretty low HP. So I don't know if this was very useful. I don't know what this villager was, why he was even there to begin with. What was this villager trying to achieve? I'm not quite sure. Tit aged up really late for Dutch, like 4:25 is definitely way too late. Should be at 4 minutes 10 at the latest, I think, for Dutch. Hazza is just booming, in fact. He isn't making any military building. So I'm not sure if Osmane is really gonna rush, in fact. Maybe he just wants to take map control with this Agra fort. It even doesn't look like he's bringing his sepoys to fight. Like he's not bringing his sepoys here to join some more sepoys from the Agra fort to push with them. It looks to me like he's gonna try to burn this shrine down. So I don't know. I guess he just wants map control with his Agra fort. To be fair, it's pretty good that the line of sight is just going until the 2 pawns. So he's basically controlling all the middle part of the map, getting line of sight over here, controlling a gold mine and 2 or even 3 hunts. He could hurt this back, which would suck actually for team kynesie. And yeah, he's making a couple more sepoys, but he's going to burn down shrines and not to pressure the base, in fact. So
yeah, we see no front building from Hazza, right?
no, he didn't make anything, just banks. He's at his 4th bank right now. And Tit, he is at 3 banks and he added a barracks because he maybe wants to make some skirmishers to defend the sepoys. And kynesie went for a late double racks. He doesn't have any units out, but he just shipped 600 wood and 4 villagers, and that's a classic build for late double racks when you want to boom. Just making a lot of shrines with heavenly kami card and then 2 raxes and just spam a lot of yumis or ashes or whatever you want to do.
Yes, there's also small wall between the buildings and more wall is going on.
Yeah, there's quite a wall there already. But he's going for yumis, which is kind of weird since Dutch is also making a rax probably for some skirmishers. So they go for double range infantry. So if Team Hazza would just make some calves, they would probably just kill some range infantry for free. So we will see how this goes. What can we say about India? He went for the wood trickle and 300 export. He probably got the villagers already. Nope. But he will probably get villagers. He's an Ottoman consulate. And well, yeah, Tit also going very greedy. Has as well. He even shipped 4 villagers. 700 wood, 600 wood, 4 villagers. Does he have 5 banks? Yeah, he does. So that's super greedy.
Yeah, and he's going to age pretty soon.
Yep.
Like now.
Tit a bit behind compared to Hazza just because he gets his bank later, because he made a racks and some houses and he trained some skirmishers. He trained only 5 skirms and he's getting pushed now, but I think he will be able to hold this.
Maybe KINGofOsmane just wants to poke a bit and
Yeah.
scare him so that he can't hurt.
Yeah, maybe a sniper villager or 2. That's 1 villager dead. Maybe force a Minuteman pop. Tit actually escaping his villagers away from town center instead of going back in a bit earlier because he didn't have a way to go in. The green units were next and he didn't want to lose villagers. So his villas are gonna be fine. He's getting kind of caught there. Probably gonna lose most of his skirmishers. All of them actually, I would say, if Osmane keeps hit and running. But the Yumis from kynesie are on the way, mixed together with the Besteros.
He lost here all his skirms, what he had. We see now Rex is going up in the middle of the map from Hazza and as well a stable. Kynesie is he, yeah. Yeah. He's happy shrining the map. Let's see. How
Kynesie
many
is gonna
got?
age soon.
You have 17 shrines. That's a lot. They need to burn them down, I think. If not, you have a huge eco.
Yeah, but to be fair, all these thieves pretty much will have a huge eco. India are gonna be probably the slowest thieves to get a really big eco because they kind of need to make extra on centers if they really want to boom. I mean, they can ship the wood trickle and the 4 villagers, but
Also, a war from KingofOsmane is going up here.
quite an expensive wall with the pillars. It's probably 100 wood there. Maybe even more actually. Could be like 50 wood wall and it's probably 120.
And Hazza is doing the same on the other side.
Yeah, okay, so they just get complete map control now because the Agra fort in the middle just completely blocks this part of the map, and if they can just wall the sides, then they definitely get a nice control of the map, which means that then they can even hunt down the explorers and force them away on the other side of the wall, and once the explorers are on the other side, they will not be able to come back to shrine their food. So they just need now to siege the shrines down and push the explorers away and wall up, and then it's pretty much done. I mean, there will be no more shrining for Kynesie then.
But where's the villager who should build this wall?
I'm not sure. But anyway, we will see if they are able to get the wall up, because the wall comes close to some shrines, so maybe they will see that a wall is trying to go up and maybe they will just bring the units.
Kynesie is going here a little bit for, I think, map control and also to check what's going on.
Oh, it's freezing. And yeah, he called the red code, so now he's not anymore on auto consulate, he's on British consulate for the HP boost, 10% HP instead of line of sight. He denied this TC. This is just pretty unlucky for Osman, or maybe it was in line of sight of a shrine, I'm not sure, but this sucks for Osman. He lost probably like 300 wood or something, or 200 wood, and couldn't get the TC up and lost his elephants.
Folks, Hazza made an artillery fondue here. That's so good, with these ashes and basileros and yumis. If he can get these fogs, some good shots in.
By the way, all players are H3, and 2 flaming arrows coming in for Japan now. Yes, that's a problem now. Oh, he's gonna try to take it? Oh, he shouldn't. Yeah, just wanted to save his TC maybe. Try to kind of like force the cannons to shoot at the units instead of shooting at the town center when it was still going up, because it would instantly go down then. But Tit is now bringing his units on the right side as well, so they are maybe trying to take this fight. Can we see the yellow and blue army? I'm not sure how much they have. Okay, the flaming arrows and then mostly infantry.
Oh, one fight is down. There's another one is low HP.
Yeah, it's not easy with falconets against flaming arrows. You just can't really kill them because they have more range and they're faster. So now he lost his falconets and they don't really have a way to kill the yumis. So they need to wait for another batch of falconets. Hazza went for 1k wood, infantry combat and church guard. That's so greedy. So he just upgraded his guns and he got 1k wood for buildings, and then he shipped the church guard to get more banks. Can we see all units maybe? He's still on 5 banks, but I think he will soon add another one at least.
Tit is already on 7 banks.
Oh wow. Oh, he also went for church guard directly after 1k wood.
Yeah, but instead of an upgrade and for villagers, he shipped like 8 scums in the bank wagon.
Yeah. Yeah, Hazza just has a bit more greedy build order there. But the eco between the two teams is pretty similar. What's gonna matter soon is not the eco, it's gonna be the units, like which units are stronger and which unit composition is better, who can be more mobile on the map maybe. By the way, did the red wall go up on the left side?
Yeah, the red wall is full up.
Really? Oh wow, that's good for them. Yeah, the lag is just not... There's a lot of lag right now. Oh, siege elephants. Able to snipe down a flaming arrow.
What is this card again? Is it not giving a boost to all your units?
I think it's boosting your Gokas, Sowars and Sepoys with by 10% HP, 10% attack. It's not the greatest card, I mean compared to like infantry combat it's not so great I think, because it's only 10%. It's kind of similar to the H2 hero card. So, but it's still an upgrade, it's still a fine card. You still want to ship it, even if it's not the greatest upgrade in the game. Refrigeration for Kynesie directly after 2 flaming arrows. So he didn't ship any kind of like, he didn't ship 7 villagers, he didn't ship 1k wood for mortices, he just shipped refrigeration, which is very greedy. Because it takes a longer time to pay off, I think.
More facts. But there was some coverings and also Farex from Tit.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of artillery in this game.
The problem is for Tit and Kynesie they don't have so much map control.
Oh wow.
Villager might be sniped. Yeah.
Osman adding a layer and Kynesie also walling up. So they're not even trying to get map control, they're just completely giving up and turtling and hoping to somehow win. Probably by just at some point pushing with a better army. But yeah, it's gonna be painful for them that they have no map control, that Kynesie is not able to have so many shrines on foot. I think he has some shrines in his base maybe, because he has a lot of shrine pop but no shrines on the map.
Tit is stacking a lot of resources. Maybe we will see some H4 Dutch soon.
Oh wow. 2 kills and 3 fogs.
Oh, 3 kills from Hazza.
Wow, but I think the Agrafort is gonna die. Which is fine to be fair. I mean, it's not the biggest deal. Oh no! Hazza shooting at the traitors with his curves. He needed to not show that he has curves and just try to get a good volley on the artillery of Tit first. But to be fair, the control of your artillery is not easy in this kind of lag, so maybe that's why. He's still doing a good job at sniping down the kills from Kynesie, from Tit there. And well, the Agrafort went down, but at which cost?
Yeah, it looks not so bad for Team Hazza.
I think this was a good trade. Like the Agra doesn't matter so much, it's just like a big Rax and a tower at the same time. And it's not so important. Not anymore. Now that anyway have the map control, you don't really need this Agrafort anymore. It would have been huge like maybe 8 or 6 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, but not now. And now, because of this, because they kind of wasted the units trying to siege down the Agrafort, Tit and Kynesie are now behind in military, so
Yeah.
they're gonna get pushed.
We can see it here on the military graph.
And now if he's losing his shrine, it's a much bigger problem than losing the Agrafort. The Agrafort is one of the most ruthless wonders in late game.
Dutch bring in team infantry combat, hit points.
Yeah.
That's really good. It infects also the units from Kynesie.
Yeah, it affects literally any infantry
also,
unit you
also
can get.
Hazza shipped it.
Yeah, it's just a very, very good card. You expect people to ship this not too late, like really a bit early on you need to ship this because it's really good. That's huge that Kynesie lost his big shrine. He was on Dutch consulate, so he probably was trying to get some banks and church and stuff. Everyone's just shipping upgrades at the moment because it's getting a bit late game and people just want to have better units and better eco, and you don't ship units anymore at this point. We didn't see stragglers from Hazza, I think. He didn't call them the stragglers from the church. He could have. Hazza aging, I think? Yeah, he's aging now, okay.
And KINGofOsmane as well.
They both aging and they still have more military.
But they need to be careful to not overcommit. We have here some flaming arrows who are getting sniping the falconets. But
yeah.
the siege elephants, maybe they can...
I think siege elephants already shit on flaming arrows.
Yeah, that does.
So they are still fine in the artillery war. Their problem now is that they don't have any more falconets, which means that they can't really win the fight because there's so much infantry for Team Tit and Kynesie that they really need falconets to kill this, I think. Because in this lag you can't really make hand cav. Like you could also make just hussars, for example, against this kind of army. But the problem is that when it lags so much and with the walls and stuff, you just can't ever use your cav to kill Yumis and upgraded skirmishers, so better just make artillery, I guess. I remember saying another day, I don't know when, in a Twitch chat that if there was so much lag, maybe the optimal composition would be just cannons and ranged infantry, you know? And it's exactly what we have, in fact, for Team Tit and Kynesie. They're just making ranged infantry and culverins and flaming arrows because it's what does the best in this kind of lag, I think. And with the walls and stuff.
Oh, here we see some sepoys are going to kill some villagers. Tit is pretty much out of resources. These hunts are not so safe. Here, this one. It's really not safe. It's so close to the army of Hazza and KINGofOsmane. And
yeah,
he needs to go back. He have no food income, like 4. Yeah, he's on berries and now he's slamming down a mill.
They just have like 0 map control basically. So yeah, that's fine for Japan, but for Dutch it still sucks that not being able to go on hunts. But he might be able to go back on these hunts because he has the military to defend. But for how long? I mean, they are behind in the total military population, 121 to 168. Oh, and now he got the stragglers. Alright.
That's a nice pick from Hazza.
That's just a very good trade. I mean, Hazza is probably gonna lose his stragglers. I think the skirms will win the fight at the end of the day if Tit defends, if he hits and run, I mean.
These skirms are now, the Saur's coming.
Well, yeah, he's gonna lose every single skirmisher there, I guess. Maybe not. The Saurs are really not so strong. You see how fast they drop, they don't have much HP. But they're gonna trade well, they're gonna kill a lot of skirms.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good trade for them.
Just not sure about the 6 SOA shipment. I don't think you want to ship units at this point, as India.
At the same time, they're pushing here inside of Kynesie, while Tit had to deal with so many cars. I'm pretty sure he lost a lot of units. 80 skirms, while Hazza only lost 38 and 9 routers and 6 cannons, but also Tit lost 2 coves and 3.
Yeah, even if you compare Osman and Kynesie, you see Kynesie lost much more units, so that's just a very good trade. Overall, Team Hazza just took good trades in the fights, and now they got H4 units, and Kynesie is aging, but Tit is still H3. And when Kynesie is H4, it gives a window for Hazza and Osman to just push in with their stronger military. Switch back to shipments, I think. There was refrigeration for someone. For Tit,
yeah,
apparently. Which is not exactly what you want to ship as Dutch at this point. As Dutch, you want to be H4, I think, at this time and be shipping factories.
Yeah, like Hazza did. He had both his factories out.
Because refrigeration is just kind of underwhelming on only like 29 villagers. It's not the greatest card. And factories are just better. These Yumis are still gonna be real strong and real hard to deal with. So he needs to make horse artillery probably. Hazza, I mean. Because now that he got culverins, he needs to make artillery, because if you don't make culverins, you have no reason to make. I mean, you don't have any reason to make just culverins without anything else, right?
Look at the military graph, unit population. There's really not so much left from Tit and kynesie.
But these Yumis are upgraded to H4, right? No, yes they are.
They are.
I don't know why we can't see the upgrade, but they are. Oh. Looks like the lag is breaking the UI.
Hazza is going here with petards! Zing!
Yeah, but there's a lot of infantry for Tit there. He should be able to stab the petards down if he just reacts. But I think it's not gonna react, so... These petards might just snipe a TC.
Do you think it's better for to go for the TC or for a bang?
The TC is just more expensive. I think I would go for the TC. I mean, he doesn't have any other TC, so it's just annoying, but I guess he's gonna go for the bang because there's skirmishers around. But you see, he kind of overkilled the bang because he needed only 2 petards and he used 4, so that's kind of a waste, but yeah, they just won.
So
GG.
round 3 goes to KIngofOsmane and Hazza54321.
Yeah, it was quite laggy, but no one paused or something, so I guess that's fine. Hazza was also max villagers a bit earlier than Tit because he shipped 4 and he didn't lose villagers, and Tit lost a couple vills, so I think Hazza has the best resources probably in the team. I'm kind of curious. No, it's Osman, but it's basically the same. They have the same resources, and Tit was just behind because, like we said, he didn't go so greedy, and when you don't have map control and you also have less eco, you really don't have much going for you.
Yeah, there we go. So now it's up to Team Tit to pick the map first, and then one of the players of Team Hazza needs to pick the first tip, and then yeah, it gets alternative.
Yeah, and it's right now the match point, in fact. So if Tit and kynesie are not able to win these games, they just lose the finals.
So we have still left some maps here. Oh, voilà.
So kynesie and Tit pick a map.
Indeed.
I guess they will go Malaysia or Baja California because they love water so much. So yeah, I mean, I really expect, honestly, I expect Baja California because it's just the map with the most water out of all these. Oh, I hope Hazza's internet doesn't crash again because of the storm.
Yeah. Okay, I think we'll be right back in 1 minute when the game starts and the players pick the map and civilization.
Okay, yeah. See you in a couple of minutes, guys.
Okay guys, we're gonna put the overlay and we'll be right back. So guys, we decided to make a 20 minutes break, so stay tuned, and yeah, we back in 20 minutes. welcome back in game 4 in the 2v2 Cup finals. KINGofOsmane and Hazza54321 versus Tit and kynesie. The map is Baja, California, and will we see some water play again? I hope so. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if they pick Baja, it's because of the water. It's a map with the most water, and like I was thinking, kynesie went for ports because it is. I think it's the next sieve that he can play well, and definitely a good water sieve.
So yeah, we have here in the color red Hazza54321 playing as Russia. Next to KINGofOsmane in the color blue, he's playing as Brits. And here we have Tit in the color yellow playing as Spain. Next to kynesie in the color purple, and he is Ports. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think Brits and Russia can both do a really good job at fighting on water against ports, and Brits can even water boom easily. Russia can also water boom, but it's a bit harder for them maybe. Spain has decent water cards, but it's not a very fast sieve, and I'm not sure about this pick. Usually Spain is just considered pretty bad in team.
So we were no, everyone will understand the joke about Hazza's computer. He switched his computer now, and everyone who know this map Guatemala. There we have the wood treasure for Hazza's computer, and now we see why he would need it.
Yeah, he's just got a wooden computer now, and it takes quite some time to start. It's a wood start, by the way, which is gonna be really good for Brits there, because the other sieves all have quite a hard time to get something up in H1.
This I like a lot.
Right, it started moving because there was spyglass. Okay, let's go. Insane.
So along the trading line we have some nice treasures to pick up. 95 wood we have here, and maybe 120 XP. This is not so good. Again, 95 wood, or was it?
No, it's the same one.
It's the same one. Oh yeah.
But there was a 3 bear treasure here. What is this? 150 wood. Yes, that's absolutely huge.
Brits, go and take it, but it's also good for Russia and for ports and for Spain. Depends what kind of strategy we want to see.
But 150 wood treasure is pretty much great for anyone who can pick it. It's just like so much wood, you can almost always use it to do something. Like it's just the wood you need for a market and hunt dogs, for example, or almost the wood you need for a TP. Could even make a dock maybe, I don't know, depends what they want to do, but it's definitely a super good treasure. Osman is already walling up in H1. I'm not sure about this. I don't understand why you would waste some villagers second in H1. I think you want to H fast and not to start making walls. But maybe he just wants to make sure that there is no villager shenanigan from Team kynesie coming out on this side to drop a dock maybe, but I don't know. Oh wow, he's gonna spend so much wood in this wall. And he's not deleting the pillars, so that's gonna be quite expensive, yeah?
In H1 you should have the time to delete the pillars and to don't spend all your wood.
Yeah. He's just like probably gonna wall up completely the shore, just using the small cliffs there, just make another wall like that. And it's the last piece of wall is gonna be really expensive. To be honest, he could have even come here, honestly. If you really wanted to wall up, why would you not just come here, wall this part and this part as well, and then just drop a blockhouse in the middle, and then you have full control. No villager can go here then. You don't need to pay for all this wall, I think.
And this is the match point for Team KINGofOsmane and Hazza.
Yep, indeed. So they're just running on the map, trying to find some treasures. No one really took any big treasure yet, or maybe someone took the 120 XP, I think. But not the 95 wood and not the 150 wood.
It's
Or
even
is
as
it
2
60
explorers,
foot?
it's not so easy to take. You need always to be carefully that the others don't scout it. And there is kynesie making sure that Hazza will not scout this really, really good territory.
Yeah, and they go for it now. So they just try to take it
Oh
fast.
wait, can you go again? Oh yeah, they both used their crack shot on one bear, did you see?
Oh wow. So Hazza could have actually tried to steal it. The problem is that with the dog he would die quite fast since he's already a bit low HP. But he could have maybe tried to steal the wood because it's already like... Even if you lose your Explorer, I think 150 wood it's worth losing your Explorer for, I think. Especially in this map where there's not so many good treasures to take anyway. Osman just finding the 95 wood now, I think, on the bottom of the map. And they're just taking the 60 foot on top. Yeah, so that's gonna be fine.
He's losing a lot of HP.
Yeah, and you see that now Osman is aging super late. He ages with how much late? He's like now 1 minute late. So he idled for like 10 seconds and he aged up 2 villagers late. That's quite late.
Hazza have only 2 carrots in his deck to defend the water, while Osman have some water upgrades and also 2 carrots. It's also not so heavy water, what I was expecting. No water from Spain here, from Tit.
Yeah.
And pots.
Wow, that's the water deck. Okay.
Some water deck cards.
I would like to say that Osman went for Virginia Company. Of course, when you age up later, you can afford to ship Virginia Company because you will have still XP in H2. But I don't like that he made already 2 manors in H1. He could have, for example, made a market and hunt dogs if he wanted to use his H1 wood. And maybe not 2 manors because, well, you want to make manors when you have Virginia Company in. So that's a waste of like 50 wood, but I guess it's okay. So it's gonna be actually a really great start from Osman there. And Hazza already going for the TP. He's building a blockhouse in the middle, I guess. And he already took a TP there actually.
Oh!
Oh no!
How?
But he got scouted by this wall, so they can now ship 2 caravels or something and try to nuke it.
But how? I mean, this is in the cliff.
Yeah, but I think it can happen. I have seen this before, that you can place a dock in this kind of placement. Sometimes you can build on cliffs. I already had this. So yeah, that's quite sad for Osman. That's why I said he should wall completely, you know, not just between the cliffs, but completely the shore, not let anything, because now, yeah, it just sucks for him, for Osman, that he spent all this wood and there's still a dock in the shore. So is he gonna kill it with units? Is he gonna ship warships? But he needs to do something about it, because his plan was to get the water control.
Some musketeers are here from Hazza. We was just discussing about this disgusting.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it should work or not, but I think it does work. I have seen this work on RE before, and that's why I think he should have really walled completely and not let this little space, because now he invested so much wood in this big wall, and at the end of the day it doesn't even matter because kynesie was able to drop 2 docks. The only good thing from this wall is that he was able to scout the dock with his wall, so he could see the dock, but that's all. And there's 2 caravels already for kynesie in the bottom lake, so I hope Team Hazza and Osman have a way to answer that.
A little bit too loud.
And kynesie also booming on top. Tit just making units. He's making musketeers.
Yeah.
And hussars now. He's training some huss. Can you check in the blockhouse in the middle? Tit wants to poke a bit, but you can't burn the blockhouse with 10 musketeers. There will always be some stuff popping, and But if he can make more units, he might have a shot at just pushing it. Because he has more stuff than Hazza at the moment. 2 caravels for Osman there. But maybe kynesie can micro it and just find a way to win it. But I feel like right now it's looking good for Osman. Oh, maybe not. He did a mistake by shooting at this. Yeah, Osman kind of got out microed there. He needs to train one more, or maybe Hazza can ship to himself. Oh wow, Osman is making canoes.
He took here this.
What is it? Navajo. Okay, they're not very interesting. I guess he took them just to make canoes, but they're not a very interesting nets. Other than that, it gives you some upgrade on your plantation gathering and stuff, but it's not really relevant right now.
He needs to snipe this low HP one.
It's not so low HP anymore because he shipped the advanced warship card. Can you have the ship instead? Yeah, so Osman didn't ship it. kynesie went suddenly with 2 caravels and improved warships, so he's recommitting to water completely. But Osman is as well. I mean, Osman is not training any units, he's just making warships and nothing else. He's scouting a bit, I think, trying to check out if there's some fishing boats or caravels up there. But it's kind of risky because he's going far from his dock. But yeah, I think he will see there's nothing and just come back. And now I think Hazza would like to push the docks of kynesie in the bottom at the same time like the warships of Osman, but the problem is that if he goes so much in the south, then he will lose his blockhouses. Because Tit will push them, and maybe lose the TP line as well. So
it looks like that he have this dock in like shift clicked him that he always run here around to make sure that none of the players can make a dock, you see?
yeah.
He's going from the left to the other side and all the time.
Yeah, this is smart, but again, since you can place a dock in the cliffs, I think he should scout more and not just this little beach, you know. But yeah, it's good.
Also, kynesie took a native post to make some canoes.
Yeah, he got 2 canoes already. But kynesie doesn't really have the control of the bottom. Like, he just has a foot in the water, you know. He's just like got stuff ready to fight, but Osman can still water boom. But kynesie just has much more fishing boats. Osman is starting only now to water boom, and yeah. Minuteman popped, Hazza just going back, maybe gonna get caught by this Huss. Can you check the musketeers? Yeah. So I think he's gonna lose everything there. This is gonna suck for Hazza. For Team Hazza.
There's also Minutemen from those players.
Yeah, he kind of overcommitted there 2v1. But he might be able to escape and kill a couple of wheels, which would make it an okay move, I guess. I mean, it's still a good trade for Team Tit and kynesie because they might be able to just push the blockhouses now, but now he can also escape through the wall. What I wanted to say is there's a gate now and he can just go through safely, go back to his blockhouses like that.
These blockers will go up.
Yeah.
But Tit recognize it, and yeah, he is going a little bit of push, but he needs to bring also his canoes.
He's garrisoning his canoes in the dock, because then the dock can shoot when you have canoes garrison inside, like it was fishing boats. And I just sucks that Osman didn't ship improved warships. I don't think you can fight now. Can you check the deck of Osman if he even has the card? He does have it. He has even 2 water cards. So I think he could have tried to abuse this offshore support card. It's just a really good card, and he should have maybe shipped boss upgrades one after the other and then just push instead of 5 villages. Maybe he could have cleaned up the waters, but now he's gonna have some trouble. kynesie even shipped advanced docks, which means that his docks have more attack and they also repair faster and they train faster or something. But most importantly, they have more attack, so can you check the top dock? The top one? No, here. You see, he got some canoes inside, 9 canoes, and it's already 270 attack, which is a ton, you know. So because of that card, and he's training more canoes and popping them directly inside. You see, he got 10 canoes inside, 300 attack now. So that's gonna be very scary because you need to siege his dock kind of with cannons or land units, I think.
It's also smart because Osman don't know that he's making canoes. Of course, he can see that he has this native post, but he's directly popping them inside that they don't show.
Yeah, he's not sure if it's fishing boats or canoes inside, and it's gonna be a surprise for him when he pops all these canoes, I think. So that's why I would like to see some maybe cannons taking down these docks, because I feel like warships will not be able to kill the dock because it's so strong. So maybe just cannons or pitas or whatever and just get the docks down and then fight.
Oh,
He's getting the veil, and this was an outpost, I guess?
yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna deny the outpost.
Yeah, he will only in this mode should be able to bring a villager to build it.
Yeah, he can't get any villager back, which is quite huge actually. Or does he have a veil in the wood there next to the stagecoach in the bottom, purple?
No,
It's a house,
I
alright.
checked it already.
Okay. Oh. I don't know what happened, but he lost his 2 falcons to the 2 other falcons, and now he's getting caught. Hazza is getting caught with by lancers and hussars. He's gonna go in the trees, but still not enough. He should have stayed in the trees probably, not just go right after and then be in the open. I think we're having better in the trees, but he's anyway gonna lose every unit there because of the falconets and all the handcuff. He's just gonna get cleaned up. So another time Hazza is just losing his entire army, and it's gonna be hard for them to win now. I mean, look at the scores. Well, it's kind of close, but Hazza is just lagging behind because he lost so many units.
Yeah, Hazza should make another TC maybe, and boom a little bit. I would like to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, TC would be nice
oh,
for Hazza.
nice! Some Opries. Really
And
seen.
nice, some 1k wood at the blockhouse.
Some Opry raid is coming, but these wards, I mean, the EP wards, they only have 1k5
HP, yeah.
HP, yeah.
So you were an aged up also?
He tried to ward here, but he don't know that there is already a ward.
Yeah.
So his villager will go around.
Oh yeah, this sucks. Yeah, the wall will go down fast. Everyone is H3, so I wonder who is gonna go H4 actually, but no, I don't wonder because kynesie is already gonna go H4. He's aging now. It's classic water boom stuff where you're just a bit slow at start because you just make so many fishing boats and warships, and then you have so much eco that you can go straight to industrial at some point.
Oh.
Yes, this could be a nice pick. Maybe he's gonna miss them. Oh, there you go. But there's some lancers on the way, but lancers are not the most scary anti-cav. So he can probably just try to ignore the lancers and just keep fighting the veils. He's anyway gonna lose his Opries now. I don't know if it was worth it. He lost like 4 Opries for 4 or 5 villagers. I guess it's okay.
Hazza could just wall up also as well here.
Yeah.
With this blockhouse will not go up.
He's gonna lose some veils there, and he's not gonna get the blockhouse up yet. Can you check how many veils he's losing here? Alright, so he lost all his veils and the blockhouse is denied, yeah. But we need to think that if they lose, if Osman and Hazza lose, it's a match point, but they can choose their own kind of map, so like a land map for example, and just win. So there's a big fight there on the bottom, and it looks like, I don't know, there's still this dog shooting 300 siege. I think Osman is not gonna be able to break this. I think it's just gonna get wrecked by the dogs basically. Look at this.
Oh, he needs to bring back. No.
Oh man, this is huge. Oh, and the Lancers catching again all this army? Hazza and Osman just can't fight this. I don't know. There's too much infantry, I think. And the Minutemen coming as well. the dragoons are not gonna be able to fight this infantry. I think Osman is just wasting his goons there, fighting all these musketeers and skirmishers. I think he's just wasting his dragoons.
Nice war.
Oh wow, this is aggressive walling, yeah. Oh, but some streetlets are joining. So they might be fine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be enough to clean this out.
Yeah, but Osman is just always going in front, and then he's gonna lose his dragoons, and maybe a batch of lancers can clean up if he doesn't save the anti-cav. Oh, but there's more goons on the way, and these opries are trying to find a way there. Can we have the shipment sent? I think Tit just shipped the rodded arrows just because he wanted to defend there. But other than that, he was really greedy. You see, he shipped Spanish gold and eco theory.
Yeah.
And 1k wood. And Kynesie already has one factory on the field. He has 2 water upgrades and probably the next factory on the way at the moment, or soon at least. And Osman shipped a lot of upgrades. Hazza resigned. Wow, okay. Yeah, I think they just lost because of the water, but I don't know. I mean, it's still quite close if you look at the graphs. But Kynesie was just so ahead. He had so much core, and he had he was H4, the only player H4. And he just had probably more villagers, not so much more, but still more villagers than Osman. And eventually, I think he would just start making maybe monitors here. Yeah, he had already 2 monitors. Yeah, we didn't really see that because there was a lot of fighting here. But meanwhile, he just made 2 monitors and just a lot of warships with a lot of upgrades. You can see these caravels have insane stats. And Osman was gonna lose most of his eco here, as well as his docks. So I think it was GG. And then the monitors would just bomb the bases, just crack shot the TCs, and it would be over. So yeah, GG, 2-2.
GG. So this will be the last game.
Yeah, now it's a match point for real.
Yes.
It's hard to type with a German keyboard. I'm trying to say that let's be fast, but it takes me half an hour.
Yes.
I was gonna do something much easier, but yeah, it's fine.
I don't have the map pool anymore in my copy paste.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So, do you know where we get the maps? No? Alright, so that's a map pool now. After removing Baja California, Klondike, Indonesia, and Grand Chaco.
Yeah, and they're going for Star Decent.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, and the Team Hazza is not able to play anymore Aztec, Port, Spain, Euro, Dutch, India, Russia, and Brit. And Team Kynesie can't play anymore France, Germany, Otto, Brit, Dutch, Japanese, Ports, and Spain. So, there's not much left.
Yeah, of course. We had the last game and already 8 thieves. Sorry, already 8 thieves have been picked for each team. So they have each team has only 6 thieves left to pick to share. So that's not so many thieves, yeah. And Team Kynesie, what can they play on no TP maps? They don't have Dutch anymore, they don't have Japan anymore. They can still go Aztec in Russia, for example. On the other hand, Team Hazza can't go for Aztecs, they can't go for Russia, they can't go for Dutch, they can't go for Brits. Well, they can still do Japan, I guess, on South Desert, yeah.
So KingofOsmane is locking in Japan and Tit into India.
And I'll be right back in 1 minute.
India Aztec. Wow.
What's going on with Tit? Oh, he's restarting, okay.
Yeah, he's restarting.
And we have already the matchup. France is kind of surprising, I feel, on South Desert. It's not the best team sieve, and it's also not the greatest sieve without TP. Maybe ports would have been better. I don't think they played ports yet. Oh yeah, never mind, Osman did play ports.
Yeah. So they're going into this matchup, but I think that it's favored for India Aztec.
Yeah, I'd rather be India Aztec on this map than France, Japan, because yeah, well, France is just not so great, and Japan is a bit slow early on, so if kynesie and Tit decide to rush, it might be hard for Hazza54321 to hold, but at the same time, kynesie and Tit are not very aggressive players usually, they like to boom a lot, and if they go slow, I think it could be fine for Hazza54321. Because France is just fine in late game, and I mean it's very good in late game, and Japan as well. Aztec not so great, and India is fine, but they don't have really an OP late game.
But without TP, it's not the greatest map for France.
Yeah, for France not. Yeah, but in late game the TP doesn't matter so much anymore. It's mostly early on, it sucks to have no TP, just makes you build slower. Later on, you anyway get much more XP from training and fighting than you get than you would get from a TP. So if it goes late game, I think Hazza54321 will be just fine, but we need to see what kynesie and Tit do. It's kind of like kynesie and Tit who can decide of the pace of this game. They can just control the game. They can decide if they go aggressive or defensive, because they're just faster than Hazza54321, I think. And Hazza54321 kind of need to adapt to what kynesie and Tit are doing.
So we have here in the color red Hazza54321 playing as France, and here we have with him KingofOsmane in the color blue, and he's Japanese. On the other side here we have kynesie in the color yellow, he's Aztec, and playing in a team with Tit and he is India, and the color of him is purple. Yeah, 30-third, no TP. What else can you say about this map?
Well, it's quite a low hunt map, and there's some wood treasures usually on the sides of the map. Like here is a 90 wood, I guess, and
Yeah, they always spawn like on the sides. Here we have the
85
other one.
wood,
Yeah.
there's maybe more than two. In 1v1 you have one on each side usually, but maybe in 2v2 there's two on each side. Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
here.
90 wood and there's probably another 85 wood here. Yeah, right. So,
And one more.
oh wow. So it's actually a lot of them.
Yeah.
So that's a map with good wood treasures, which is gonna be great for Japan and India early on. But of course it's also fine for the other civs. Wood is
Okay.
always good.
And here we go. We have a coin start.
Yep. So that's gonna suck for everyone except Hazza. Well, Aztec can go for market, so it's not too bad for them. But it's better for France because they can afford to make a market a bit more easily. Consulate going up for Osman. So he's going for the greedy start, where even if you have only 200 wood, you just use this wood for a consulate, then get it to Portuguese consulate, which gives you a discount on the cost of your buildings, and then just chop 106 or 107 wood or something, and you can drop down your first shrine instead of 125 because of this consulate. And that's kind of slow. You need to chop more than 100 wood in H1 just to get a shrine up, but it pays off when you just make a lot of shrines in transition to H2. When you just shrine boom, it's of course better because you get the discount. And it also gives you a cheaper age up, 680 foot instead of 800, so that's also quite good. Let's see which treasures they got. There was no big wood treasures taken yet. Now Hazza is trying to... Oh, I'm not sure why he stopped. I'm not sure if he had it or not, but anyway, now Tit got the 90 wood, and that's just super good for India. Now he can age up pretty much faster because he needs to chop much less wood, since India villagers cost 100 wood each. It's gonna be much easier for him to make villas and age up fast. That's not such a great treasure. It's really bad actually.
By the way, it's the last game. Who won? Who will win this
This
game?
series, yeah.
Yeah. They will also win the series, and then they will go home with I think. Do you know how much is the prize for?
I think it's $80 for the first and 40 for the second, and then there's also money for the third and fourth. But yeah,
I'm gonna check fast.
Osman lost a lot of HP there and was not able to take his treasure, and even this monk lost some HP because the lion was fighting him a bit. So yeah, not very good treasures for Osman there, and Hazza is gonna get the wood treasure here, but he's solo HP after two of them that he can't really take anything anymore. And I don't know if there's even any... Yes, there is one wood treasure left. Two actually. This one is gonna be scouted by India and he's gonna take it.
Yeah, he's going for it right now.
I don't think he's going for it because with only one elephant you can't take this kind of big treasure, but maybe he will bring his other elephant slowly and just take it.
Yeah, he just makes sure now that they're not going to take it. The Agrafort is going up a little bit forward, not so much. With 3 builds on it.
It's pretty close to Hazza's base, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of forward. I mean, it could be maybe a bit more, but it's just next to his second hunt, basically.
Yeah, there is no other hunt next to Hazza's base. Because look here at KingofOsmane's base, he have the hunt between them pretty close.
Yeah.
So Hazza should maybe even go for this hunt here.
The thing is that I think this hunt was in the middle and he walked a bit more to Osman. And but this is normal on Shadizet. You have a second hunt, and then you have some elephants, and everyone has this. Only Osman got this hunt walking a bit close to his base, but here's also one hunt and the elephants, and one hunt and the elephants. So it's really kind of fair, but it's low food for sure, and this is gonna suck for France. Oh, he's punching the wheel. But I think the aggro will go up in time. Maybe. Not sure. I think this wheel is dead actually. Yes, the villager is dead. Oh man, that's huge. He just killed the wheel there. Because it's the final, so it's kind of lame to do that, but it's final, so you want to win. So you do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Wahat here from... So they didn't front base at the same spot, they just split to get more map control, I guess. Now they really control a lot of the map with these two buildings.
Yeah, and they kind of the same spot in front of the opponent's TCs when we see it. Like we can see here from the Wahat until Hazza's King of Osman's base is like of the same, like to Hazza's base from the Agra fort.
Yeah. He's training maces and shipping pikes, which I don't really understand. Usually you train pikes and you ship maces, but I guess he just wants more pikes, so he's probably just made 5 maces to kill the Japanese explorers if they try to attack the pikes, or to kill some ashes, or 5 yumis, maybe. But maybe he's gonna just train more pikes. Oops. Alright, he's making coyotes in fact, so not the greatest. Maybe he wants to deny the explorers. And here we have the sepoys from Tit, of course. He shipped 600 wood, so he's not really rushing. He's just maybe gonna timing push, or I don't know, but he's going for 600 wood, still making quite a lot of sepoys and trying to pressure France. France making cav. So Japan is gonna have to make a lot of infantry fast now, because he needs to defend both these sepoys and the pumas. He needs to kill these spikes, and yeah, so maybe France will have to add a barracks there. He's picking an explorer, and gonna try to raid with 1 cav, apparently. Splitting his cav to go back to raiding slowly. Not sure why. I think he's even walking in line of sight of the shrine at some point, so... He just wants to raid with 2 cav without Tit being aware of it. Oh no, sorry, these shrines are from Japan, so yeah, he's just splitting back his cav to go raid. Not sure how much it's gonna do. Oh, there's some dragoons here from... some Zemraks from India, because yeah, well, that's India, you can get some guns in H2, so... Oh, but maybe they're gonna push now. I'm not sure if they can take this fight. Sepoy sieging here. So they're kind of 2v1, but Aztec has a lot of units. If he micros correctly, I think he can defend this. But we will see. Looks like they're not trying to push actually. The Zemraks not... okay, now they're gonna go. I don't think these 2 cav are gonna do anything. I think he's gonna lose a house now, and he's not gonna kill a villager. And yeah, this was not the greatest raid for Hazza. It's just that India can make guns, so yeah. Oh, he called the big button, so he was a bit afraid of this push maybe.
He puts them in stealth mode.
Oh. Yeah, that's nice. It's a bit slow. They move slowly, but it's
some
nice.
Bestileros, but I think he popped them on the wrong side, maybe.
Yeah, I hope he will not lose them like that. He's paying attention now. He's bringing them, and I think it's gonna be in time. Maybe he's gonna lose one of them to the maces, but
So
Now there's a lot of sepoys and maces. That's very tough to kill sepoy maces, you know. It's just you can't really fight that. But Yumi's are of course very strong. But the mass for team Tit and Kynesie is just so much bigger, you know. Hazza is aging, so is he gonna really have time to ship units and to make units and to defend Osman, or is Osman just gonna lose his TC? I don't know, it's gonna be quite close, so we need to see how it goes. Now that they see that Hazza aged up, they'll probably be really aggressive.
Yeah, Hazza don't have a shipment.
Ah yeah, because it's not TP map, so he can't ship anything. That's gonna be really hard for him. I feel like on this kind of map you can't really age unless you you get a good trade in your base, or maybe you push the war hut. But
Kynesie and Tit have twice the army of Hazza
Yeah.
and Osman.
and even if Hazza gets his shipment and he ships falconets, I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's not much anti-calf, so they might just lose the falcs, and it's just gonna be hard there. They're taking some free kills, so they're doing a good job. Hazza killing some free maces, and Osman taking some free kills at range. He lost his big rounder, which is kind of tough, but it's not the end of the world. What he really needs to save is his TC with 26 villagers in. He can't let that go down, because then they probably just lose the game. But the military gap is slowly getting closer. Also now Hazza is wasting 5 skirms because they came from the wrong side. But I feel like Hazza and Osman are still taking pretty good trades with their infantry there. I mean, especially Osman is taking some nice free kills. He got a good angle with his gates. And now Hazza is getting caught in losing all his hussars. I feel like they should have been fighting together. Like Osman should have been there to snipe the Zemberaks maybe. Or Hazza should have not decided to fight there maybe, I don't know. But I feel like they're gonna be able to hold this push. Because of this wall there, this tricky wall, he's just able to get so many free kills.
This was a pretty neat hold by Hazza and King of Osman.
And now he's just gonna get back in. Maybe they're gonna lose a couple Yumis because he overextended a little bit. But yeah, I mean, he's there and now he can shoot, so he's not taking such a bad trade. And well, the lag is quite huge. Rip.
Fox. Good decision.
Yeah, but he needs more anti-calf, he needs more goons. Or queers it is, or something
He
to
should
block.
go in here or something.
Oh, the falconets, where are they going? No, he needs to pull them back. Oh my god, no, this is so sad. It's probably because it's lagging. This sucks, he just lost his 2 falcs, probably lost the game now. Look at the military after that. He just needed these falconets, he needed to protect them and he needed them to win. And then they would have been in a fine spot, I think. But now that he lost his falcs, the army is just so one-sided. And the villagers of Osman are quite exposed. He also got only like what, 10 Yumis left? Team Tit and Kynesie are even ahead in eco now. Damn,
King
they
of
really
Osman
did this.
lost 10 villagers.
Yeah. That sucks for him. 27 years at this point is quite a low count.
Tit and Kynesie going back. I think they just decided they did enough damage and they can just go back and boom a little bit now.
Yeah, maybe they win by doing this, but I think they would have had an even easier time to just keep pushing a bit because they have so much more stuff. And when they kill the falcs, they should know, okay, we got the falcs, now we are in a much better spot because the falconets are the biggest threat against H2 units usually. So you kill the falcs and you should know you can keep pushing, I think. But it's also okay, I guess, they're just ahead in eco, so I guess that's fine, they can age themselves soon. As soon as the lag let us go. Oh, Hazza probably lost his internet because of the storm.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, this sucks. So now we will need to see if Tit and Kynesie give a rehost, or if Hazza is gonna come back. He's back. He's here. Insane. Okay. This is. This was scary, but. Oh wow. His computer didn't have battery apparently.
Yeah, it was low battery.
Why are these camels so angry? Why when they siege it just throw the torches so hard, you know, like it's just crazy.
I think about sometimes that those arm of them must hurt after this.
Yeah.
When they throw it so hard, I mean.
And all this for a poor 15 siege.
Yeah. It
or
looks much more
8
aggressive.
siege for the Zams. Yeah.
TC.
Okay, yeah. I think he needs that.
Yeah,
he needs map
he needs.
control, he needs map control, he needs more eco. But he needs to defend this TC. And the problem is that they're just so behind in military.
Yeah. But Hazza have H3 units.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like Tit is trying to age up. He got 600 gold on the floor. And he's not gathering it so much. He should have more wheels on it. But he's gonna age anyway. And when he's age 3, it's gonna be way harder for Team Hazza and Osman to come back. So maybe need to find a way to push before Tit can reach Fortress. Even Kynesie might be aging. He's stacking a lot of food and he can still ship 600 gold. He can anyway ship it as many times as he wants because it's an infinite card for stacks. So he can just go 600 gold in age there. Also, Kynesie ships the 3 villagers for team, of course, and the 5 villagers, 3 warrior priests, so he was kind of greedy. And Tit also got the wood trickle as well as the export for the villagers.
This unit composition have no siege. They're coming some ashes, but they're
Yes,
not so fast
yeah.
at sieging down.
This would suck for sieging down an Agra fort because they, like you said, they don't have much siege. But to be honest, for a war hut, I think they have enough stuff to siege down pretty fast. Let's check what's going on. I feel like, yeah, Tit is coming to try and defend, but he's just going back now. I guess they can't really deal with the skirmishers and they just want to... Oh, what the... Okay. Why are they going back now? No, they're not going back. Okay, I think they should just keep going. Just burn the houses down and get map control, you know? Really get this side of the map because they need the resources. Japan needs to shrine and France maybe needs hunts on this side as well. But there's still quite a lot of food here next to Kynesie's base. Osman's base. There's quite a lot of hunts still, so that's good for Hazza. Because he lost his big shrine, so all these animals are now available for Hazza to hunt. So, Tit aged, Kynesie is aging. Osman is nowhere near aging, so he's probably staying colonial and trying to force like this.
Yeah, he will ship some upgrades for his units.
Yeah, I expect the other upgrade next. You're right.
Team range infantry attack.
Yes, it's actually quite a good card when you see at the mass of infantry Osman has. I mean, he doesn't have so many units because he lost everything, but still, you know, now these infantry units are very strong. And the Oromis, Team Oromi is coming in for Tit. It's Team 4 Oromis, not 5 because it's on the patch. It still shows as 5 on the UI, but it's only 4. So that's 8 Oromis, but that's not very scary, I think. It can be hit and run. Hazza and Osman kind of hesitating. They don't have the biggest mass, so...
Oh, yes. A forward TC from Tit.
Yeah, he's just really taking map control there, and that's good because there's a lot of food and gold next to this TC.
Yeah, actually 2 coin mines and
2 hunts,
2 hunts,
basically.
And also here, Hazza's TC then might be not have so much food to gather for his CDBs. Where is his TC placement?
But it's not game over. It looks really good for Tit and Kynesie, but you can have a comeback from this situation for sure. Look, the eco is already similar now, so Japan and France was already able to catch up in eco. And the army is a bit more Tit favored, but it's not such a big difference. You see now it's already much closer now that they pop something. And the Japanese units are gonna get more and more annoying to deal with because they're gonna get so strong when Osmane will be H3 because I think he's trying to H now. They just need to defend this push because I think Tit and Kynesie are gonna try to push. They just need to defend, and then once Osmane is in fortress, it will be fine. But they're getting caught out of position. Oh, this is a big mistake there. In my opinion, Osmane should have finished his wall and just go back in to camp, because now they lost a lot of Yumis from these Sowas, and the Zerom is in a decent position to maybe snare the infantry. They need to be hit and run. Okay, so they kind of going back. I'm not sure if they want to go in or not. Hazza, I think Hazza needs to get the arsenal upgrade. Unless he wants to keep going with goons, in which case he doesn't need it. But if he wants to make more skirmishers, he needs the arsenal upgrade, which gives you 3 times against infantry. It's called counter infantry rifling, and it would let Hazza snipe the sepoys down much more easily, because you basically get plus 50% attack against heavy infantry. And what is going on now? Oh, I think it was Hazza, because the message came after the lag, but I'm not sure. But if he makes so many goons, he can instead make an arsenal and get the goon upgrade. Oh, Hazza is aging to H4. That's quite greedy. I wouldn't feel so comfortable with aging up when half of my eco is on this side of the map. How is he gonna do now? They're gonna have to go defend this, but is it gonna be possible? I think it is actually fine, because Kynesie is here sieging. I thought he was with Tit, but he's just sieging shrines, so it means that Hazza and Osmane can go defend 2v1 and maybe hold this. Oh, this is smart from Tit, just pulling back a couple of sepoys in mini mode to slow down the goons and get some kills. Hazza needs to get away and just try to run to his TC. Oh my god, he petarded the TC. He got petard from the consulate. There's so many CDBs here. It's like 30 CDBs. And he just petarded the TC. Wow, that's a huge blow for Team Hazza and Osmane. They're just gonna be behind in eco now by a long way. And he's trying to go on the border of the map. Maybe they can corner Tit, maybe they can clean him up, but I feel like the army of Tit is so strong that they can't really do that. And Osmane really needs to upgrade his units. He aged already, he's H3, so he needs veteran Ashes and veteran Yumis, and he's getting, before the veterancy, he's getting this upgrade, but it's much more expensive. And it doesn't give as big a boost as the veterancy does, but now he got it. Okay, so that's kind of a bug in 2v2 UI maps that you can't see when he's researching the veterancy, apparently. It's not the first game I see that. But he does have veteran Ashes now. And he also has a card in, I don't know if this is, it's Yumi upgrade, okay. But there's a lot of infantry for Tit. India just being a very scary civ, honestly.
What is Tit doing here on the other side?
Kynesie. He is just sieging.
I'm sorry, but I see, yeah, whatever.
He's just sieging down shrines, so that sucks for... Oh, and he even upgraded his Pumas, so now they do more
Did you
siege.
notice Hazza is H4?
Yeah, I did. I said it, and that's why he lost so many CDBs also. Because he didn't have so many goons, and he even lost a lot of them trying to rescue his CDBs. He saved quite a bit of them, but he still lost for sure like 15 CDBs there. And now they're getting caught. I'm not sure who wins this. I would say Tit does, because he just got more stuff. I think the stage up from Hazza was just too risky. He needs to get something from this H4 now, so he can get factories, which of course is a lot of eco, but they need military now. Well, he got upgraded H4 dragoons. That's a good start. That's gonna help fighting for sure. But he doesn't have so many of them. He needs more to make it pay off for the H4.
The military population is in favor of Tit and Kynesie.
Yeah.
And Aztec can just push this nothing. Oh, heavy cannons coming from Hazza.
Ah, yes, that's what I was thinking about when I was saying he needs military now. I think the heavies are what you need now. They're really gonna be a pain in the ass for India to deal with. Maybe he has the siege elephants. Yeah, he does, so he can maybe use this to kill the heavy cannons, but yeah, meanwhile, Osman just getting pushed pretty hard, and he doesn't have quite enough units to defend this. I think it's gonna be game over. When Tit can just get siege elephants and kill the heavy cannons, there's nothing else. Oh, flaming arrows? How many views are here? Okay, one villager, so that's actually quite okay. But he needs a new TC. He doesn't even have one TC now. Oh, Hazza pulling back. Hack apples from the monastery here for Tit.
King of Osmane should do something for his economy. He's behind in score, and while the full team Hazza, King of Osmane is behind in the economic.
Oh, they're so far behind now. When Hazza can get 2 factories in, it's gonna close the gap a bit, but it's not gonna be enough, honestly. Also need to consider the economic upgrades that kynesie Tit sends. This is I think it's for rice paddies. Sorry, I'm retarded. This is Aztec. So that's for meals and plantations, I think, and that's for wood and that's for meal. So there's just more economic upgrades in for Team Tit and kynesie, so they really have much more eco now, and I think it's gonna be really tough for Hazza and Osman to come back from this. They're gonna need to kill the entire army or to kill a lot of villagers to come back, I think. And the shrines are getting sieged down all the time. Osman is soon gonna be housed. It's gonna have to make some new shrines here and there. The lag is quite big. Sadly.
This is a real slideshow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Age of Empires 3.
Yeah, Osman is housed now, and a war going up for Tit, just trying to keep for kynesie trying to get them full map control. A Nagi raid for Osman. I'm not sure if this is gonna do much.
There's coming the army from kynesie.
Yeah, but he can't deal with the heavies.
And more hackapels here for Tit.
I think this is a good window for Hazza to use look at this volley. He killed like, I don't know, 7 maces or something. That's 3 more. And using the heavies like this and forcing hackapels to come close and get sniped by the goons. I mean, imagine how fast hackapels would die to calf combat H4 dragoons, because they have solo HP. They would drop like flies. So, oh, the Hodas are maybe what Tit is gonna use to snipe the artillery now. We need to see what's gonna happen. I think Hazza is gonna get crushed. He's trying to escape his heavies and go back to Osman, but Osman needs to come to the heavies soon. Like, really fast. Oh, but that's a good position with the native post. He's able to really camp there with his heavies and just snap all the hackapels. Look how fast they die, these hackapels. 300 gold just flying up in the air, you know? And the Hodas, I think, able to kill this heavy cannon, but so many hackapels died.
The heavy cannons are dead, but on the other hand, Aztec lost almost all of his units.
I think Hazza should maybe train heavy cannons from his factories, because they're just such a pain for India and Aztec to deal with. Since they don't have real culverins, I think it's quite a good unit to have there. The villagers are pressured in the middle of the map. Oh, TC fire on the villagers on the right, nice. But yeah, Osman is pushed off gold with his fields.
Yeah, they only have this coinman left who is safe, and the rest is taken by Tit and kynesie.
And I think Tit and at least kynesie is completely relying on the farms, I think. Can you check between in kynesie space? Yeah, there's already quite a lot of farms and plantations there. That's why he shipped that card, and so that's kind of nice for him because he don't have to move his villagers. He can just stay there and just gather.
So India is H4 now. It's might be hard to deal.
Yeah, the problem is this constant eco gap between Team Hazza and Team kynesie. There's really a large 40 villager gap all the time. So the thing is that at this point in the game, it should be probably Japan carrying. He should have, like, Japan should have just a lot of super upgraded units, super hard to deal with. But he just got hurt so bad that he doesn't have so many Yumis, and I think it's gonna be tough, yeah. Because when you think about it, Aztec and India don't have any cannons to deal with Yumis, so, and they also don't have the greatest hand calves. They don't have calf, in fact, like they don't have house or something, just weird stuff, and I feel like Yumis should be super scary.
Yes, please do it. Go
They're gonna
for
get
it.
TC fired by the, I don't know how many evils are inside of the TC.
But maybe.
Can you click? One. Okay, so he can definitely gather the crates. Wow, that's really good.
It's so much. It's 500 wood and maybe around 500 food was under TC.
Damn.
That's nice. That's nice for friends. That is maybe what they need. A little bit of a boost. Tit is floating so much food.
But he's trying to siege down the TC with guns, which I don't understand because it's not gonna go down so easily. Ah, okay, it was just a couple of skirmishes. Now he needs to go back. I mean, honestly, he could have crushed, but there's more units coming for Tit, so he needed to go back.
KingofOsmane is out of resources. He needs to go on rice paddies for coin, I think.
Yeah.
Soon.
He already shipped 2 times his orchards.
He have so much wood. He had so much wood bank. I'm sorry. I hope he slammed down some. Another one rice paddy and TC. Yeah, he needs to boom. He has 3 TCs now.
If they can really set up for late game, I think Japan and France will win against India Aztec. It's always the thing, you know, they were losing the whole game, but if it really gets to late game.
Now we can see the mobility from France, that he can just all the time bring his goons. I mean, how much speed have the Zamp? 7.5 and the goon.
Zems are faster.
Oh wow.
But the problem is that it's not making Zems. And also Zems are just a bit weaker. They are a really good anti-cav, but they're not so strong against other dragoons. So the French goods would probably kill the Zems easily. And now we see some cures from France, so maybe he's gonna be able soon to do a cure switch. How much eco does France have? Can you show the economic units or all units or something? 62 CDBs. So kynesie is maxed, Tit is almost maxed. Osman is also almost maxed, and Hazza has still a couple CDBs to go. But yeah, they really need to get some walls up and to really camp like that. Hazza needs to not get trapped. Can you check what's going on with the goons there? Okay, he was able to go away, and he's just killing so many villagers there. Look at the economic population now. It's quite close. Need to think also that France gets the factories. It's the only sieve in these 4 sieves that gets 2 factories out, and that's a nice eco boost. Can you check the goons? Oh, he needs to be super careful here. Oh, this is sad. He's getting cold. He lost half of his goons there.
Yeah, Tit and kynesie was almost full population.
Oh man, yeah, this is big. There's 200 pop on for both players on team Tit and kynesie.
Yeah.
And Hazza and Osman are just so far behind in pop. But the eco pop is quite close. The problem is that Hazza lost a lot of his goons, and maybe Osman also lost units. I don't know why he's got such a small mass. Yeah, 24 CDBs died for Hazza, but he also killed 24 of kynesie's villagers. These goons are running in the maces. Quite painful. Gonna lose a couple of them.
Yeah, he's putting them. He lost only 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
No, 2.
He needs to get H4 cures. Oh, and this villager is dead, so the wall will not finish to go up. There was a second layer that Osman was trying to drop, but I think it's too ambitious. I don't think you can do that.
King of Osmane is stacking resources. I think he's going to age.
He really needs to age, but he really can't age because he needs to defend. The thing is that, does he have still his golden pavilion wonder? Yeah, so that's good because it's gonna upgrade his Yumis. Yumis are insane now.
But look at this Arrow Knights in the back, and they are trying to get this golden pavilion down.
Wow.
He needs to snipe them with his Yumis.
Yeah, he can't let this wonder die. It's super important. But to be honest, I think he's holding there. I mean, he might lose the wonder, but he's gonna kill the army, I think. Just got much more stuff. Or maybe not, I don't know. There's more. What are the yellow units lagging behind here? Oh, it's Igor and a Knight. He's sniping down the Arrow Knights now. But in this lag it's not easy, I think. Yeah, and there's a couple coyotes there just...
Yeah, and these units are H4, while King of Osmane have only H3 units. And they're getting boss pushed on each side.
It's probably game over. Like, the eco is really fine, so they could have come back, but Osman just needed some time to boom, and he didn't have time. Now he's losing everything, and he probably lost the game. I mean, how are they gonna defend? They have half the mass now, and boss... Tit and kynesie have upgraded H4 units. Hazza has still H3 queers and then mostly dragoons, and he's fighting with his CDBs, but that's just desperation move. You can't really fight with your gears in team because you just lose. You just need your eco in team much more than 1v1. And he was never able to upgrade his skirmishers or his dragoons, and that's it. Osman is out, so they lost the game.
Yeah, that's it. So it looks like that kynesie and Tit won this 2v2 cup.
Yeah, Tit and kynesie just won the finals, so they won the cup. So congratulations.
But we still need to wait until Hazza.
Yeah, but it's just over. I mean, he's not gonna win 2v1, right? So. What? You don't need. He knows it probably. Just let him play, I think.
Yeah, GG. So congratulations to kynesie and Tit.
Yeah. So yeah, Osman was just very behind in resources because he lost so many villagers, and they were just always behind in military. So yeah, it's just it's just when Osman got pushed, he lost too many villas and he was just really behind, and then the second blow was Hazza losing his CDBs. He had a really good eco, and then he was H4 with a really good eco, had a really good shot at winning the game, and then he just lost so many CDBs, and there was no comeback.
Yeah.
Could have been, but they were just short from a couple minutes more, and I think Osman would be H4 with upgraded Yumis, and then they could win, but yep, they didn't have time.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yep.
And next weekend there's Super Mercy Cup, the second one, right? On Saturday it starts at 15 GMT. So don't forget to sign up and to tune in next weekend. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you soon.